Nice sound effects there, ready. Wonder if they can see me. Nope.
I was right. Everyone got out in time. But Norman Osborn would have already escaped by now. I have no idea where he's going. Maybe if I think back, something he said could have tipped me off.
Because he was monologuing.
You know, Brock was right. Wait, that's right. He said Brock. Look, they've been working together on this. Come on, Parker. Think.
I like the shot here.
Look at you and your other co-conspirators. Co-conspirators. I'm not the only one. There's other people they want to kill. But who? The Green Goblin already took out everyone else on his hit list. Alan Ferguson, Roderick Kingsley. Who was the other person out there that did something bad to either one of them, but who isn't me and still alive?
Dum dum dum. Jamin Sam.
Hello, Robbie.
I like how that's Peter's catchphrase at this point. Oh my god.
Why are you really calling? What's your verdict on the transit?
And they're just discussing, generally newspapers aren't really in right now, if you haven't noticed. A lot of people spend their time staring at, like, rectangular glowing screens.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, instead of non-glowing rectangular sheets of paper with words on it. So they're just like, hey, we're doing alright, our sales are a little low, they could be better, and we could lose a whole company, so maybe we should transition onto the internet or television or something.
Don't hang up. Not now, Parker. Hello?
It's cool, relevant conversation.
You almost cursed. I love that part. I forgot all about that. Peter almost said the F word. He's like, Miss James, don't hang up. No, Peter. Wait, hello? Hello? Mother... Just cuts right off. So technically, Peter Parker said the F word.
Well, yeah, we just didn't
He said
say
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Why am I saying the F word? He said motherfucker. I like the deep depth of field I got going here. Everything's all blurry in the background. They're all in focus.
Yeah.
That's good because you can get really lazy with the set design in the background and not really try that hard. I mean, fuck, you can just have like darkness and just have Christmas lights in the background and it'll look like a city.
Shit.
Yeah, I always wanted to do that with Christmas lights because I love like blurry lights in the background.
Yeah,
looks cool.
You spend a lot of time on Instagram?
No. I don't like looking at half-dressed underage girls, Sam, with shitty Photoshop filters all over them. Okay.
What about pictures of sushi? You cool with that?
Oh yeah. They're both kind of fishy.
I was gonna say they're both pretty raw.
This teenage girl is fucking raw. Look at me. Look at me. Fuck off. Scallops. I'm impersonating Chef Ramsay.
Oh, okay. Actually, I was thinking that. I'm not sure though.
Oh, fuck me.
This transition is the very first step.
Yeah, that's Chef. He's fierce.
Yeah, he has those permanent wrinkles in his forehead because he's always making this expression.
Which is perfect because it's like the basic, like, I just ate a bad pickle expression. So it fits him well.
I like the shot set up here too because you see the pumpkin bomb on top and you can see through into the roof and James,
That is really cool. Your action scenes are very well done.
Yeah.
Fire looks real too.
Yeah. In the trailers, thank you. In the trailers, I kept showing that burning Bugle newspaper that people are so used to seeing up on the wall, and they see it on fire. They're just like, "Oh my god, Jameson's dead!" And I show it for like 2 seconds in here, and it's just like a little snippet of the episode. So it's kind of just like, "Aha, fuck you guys." That might have been when he was crying. I don't know. Hey, you know the thing that we're doing over here? I don't know what kind of accent I was doing here. Hey, George, maybe you should pull out your gun that you have on you. No? I can fight. No, you can't. Gwen. Go.
Pick up. Hello? Oh man, Pete, you're alright. Do you have any idea where my dad is? Wait, you don't know? No, Pete, I'm assuming you're the last person he spoke with.
Oh, foreshadowing.
Yeah.
How is everyone else?
I was really putting the camera to the test here, just trying out different lighting techniques and seeing how it works.
Yeah.
Because, you know, some directors would put like a blue filter over everything to make it look like it's nighttime. But I just want to let in natural colors, you know.
It shows.
Yeah, because it would be like blue and black and gray and a little bit of white here and there. But I like natural colors, because nighttime, if you hadn't noticed, nighttime doesn't actually look blue.
No, it's dark.
The evening might look a bit blue, like dusk, depending on the weather. But at night, it doesn't look like that.
Right.
It's just, you know, everything but darker. Not just blue and orange. I'm getting sick of seeing blue and orange everywhere. How did he hang up the phone? He called her cell phone. What the fuck? And there's Foggy Nelson, Assistant District Attorney of New York City, who's friends with Matt Murdock, who is Daredevil.
Oh.
So yeah, as a reference to Daredevil.
Is he gonna come in?
Maybe. See how I'm using peripheral characters or side characters and bringing them into the world here.
It's good.
Yeah, and this was actually just a snippet of an entire conversation that I made, or video I made.
I'm sorry, I seem to be having some sort of audio trouble. Could you tell them to keep it down upstairs? Okay. I apologize, viewers, and I apologize, Foggy. Now, can you tell me...
This is kind of a tracking shot, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You'll see. You always see.
Eddie Brock's so obnoxious.
Yeah. I was watching the news and he just fucking at. I had a little problem here with the voice actors. Sam, you're supposed to play that guy with the flat top.
The cop.
Yeah, with the brown hair and the beard.
Yeah, I remember playing in one episode. I did a New York accent or something.
Yeah.
Not that. Not whatever that was.
What the fuck? The other voice actor did a good job. What I did was I wrote it in a way where I didn't spoil what happened, because George Stacy was kidnapped. But he assumed he was talking to George Stacy, the voice actor who was playing the cop with the gray hair over there. And that's actually DeWolf. But I wanted to have a girl I knew play the voice, but I couldn't get her to do it. So I just had her say nothing instead of getting Michelle to do it. I should have gotten Michelle to do it.
That's right. Why couldn't you get the other girl to do it?
Yeah, she was insecure with her voice.
Oh, really? Is she a Muppet?
Oh, Roger, I don't know about that. Yeah. I underestimated the blacks in this scene, the darkness here.
Oh,
It's kind of overshadowing everything, and it's hard to see anything. And when you export as an MP4 file, it darkens that even more. I mean, it makes the colors a bit richer.
I was gonna say Green Goblin looks really cool there.
Yeah.
The black.
When you actually look at the photos, like the raw photos, it doesn't look all that great.
But he can't possibly save both. So he's going to have to choose.
I think it looks cool.
And no matter who he
It's just when they cut to the gun, you can't really see it, so I had to add in the gun sound effects. And some people who are really obsessed with guns, they don't like the fact, every time someone handles a gun, it makes that chink noise. I had to. You couldn't see what it was because it was so dark.
know that handguns don't work on me. I'm fully aware of that. It's not for you. It's for someone else. Someone who's less equipped.
Was he gonna shoot his daughter? Or what? No. Like if someone were to mug him or something, he has a gun. But whether he's gonna shoot it or not, that's another matter entirely.
Everything's in place. Good job.
You did a good job. Great job.
Jeff.
It's quite
They're boys that do evil.
obviously not.
Duville.
Because then he can't save these two. Therefore,
So this is just me making an excuse for Venom and Spider-Man to fight, which, funny enough, was the very first thing was the first fight scene I ever filmed in anything. That was supposed to be like an uncanon pilot episode for the series, but it was deleted because my computer crashed. So I had to remake the first 3 episodes. Luckily I had those photos, but I didn't have the photos of that first fight because it was on a different camera, and I deleted those photos so we could record our family vacations and everything. So that was lost.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah,
Was it worth it?
No, it wasn't worth it at all, because now I got to do this stupid fucking fight again.
It turned out really cool, though, so...
I like the lighting here, though. It seems really natural and everything.
Yeah.
And the challenge here was animating with the Mega Blocks, because if you hadn't noticed, they're a bit different in terms of their articulation points than a Lego. So having them animate together, I had to kind of learn a new skill set with all the joints and everything. And I hope it came across good, well, or proficient, decent, whatever. You can't really blame them, Peter. You're asking a lot of us, okay? So.
Doesn't help that the blood is rushing to my head.
He's a spider guy. He's upside down. It's no big deal. It's pretty much just like being right side up for him or something.
Right, it's all the same with spiders.
He's just like, why is everyone upside? Oh, wait a minute. So he's pretending that Jameson died even though he didn't die. It's not really convincing, is it? He's like, oh, he died. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's dead.
Oh yeah, I never imagined. I mean, besides being Spider-Man, Peter Parker seems like a pretty honest guy. Kind of wears his heart on his sleeve, you know. So
yeah,
he's not sneaky.
Oh no, my boss died. I'm so sad. Which sounds like a really shitty like song. It has to happen tonight.
Knowing Eddie Brock, he probably did steal the lyrics.
Yeah. Like, did you still... Wait. Oh, I should have... I wanted to have that line, something like that, in the episode. I just didn't... I was afraid it might conflict with the tone a bit.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, did you steal that from, like, a song title or something? What the...
That always is a risk, isn't it?
Yeah. With this scene, that was the hardest part. That was the hardest part of the fight to film, when they're on the building. What I did was, I turned the shopping emporium building on its side, and I attached sticky tack to the floors of the building so they wouldn't fall apart.
Okay.
And I had to have the street in the shot, so I taped the street to the shopping emporium, and I put up a pillow so the street wouldn't fall over. So I'm basically just animating them with the building lying down.
Oh, okay.
So I used sticky tack whenever I could to have them fall and land on the building and fight each other and swing around the flagpole. It turned out good. It turned out really good. Yeah,
definitely did.
It was really hard to film. Yeah.
That's cool. You definitely capture that like three-dimensional battlefield that Spider-Man fights on
so
very well.
When I was editing it, I had to reposition the scenes what looked like you're looking down on them, so I had to turn it upside down in the editing program. So it's not just about filming the scene and positioning the set. It's about really making it look like you're looking down the building. So that's me going. That's that. I'm not paying for that sound effect, all right? We live in such a police state. It's crazy. Yeah. If you actually look in the background, there's a Christmas tree, because Christmas is coming up and we celebrate it rather earlier than we probably should. That picture in the background is a Design 1 project I made in my Design 1 college art class.
Where?
It's in the background. It's...
That's cool.
I did the I did the web going through the glass thing because I was getting sick and tired of people going through glass and not getting injured at all. Because I'm seeing that a lot in movies lately. Like they did that in the Avengers. Like Tony Stark gets thrown out of the window.
Yeah. And
like no cuts or anything on him. I'm just getting sick of people breaking glass and not getting hurt at all. King Kong did it. So many countless movies did that same stupid shit. Yeah, I like the second fight they have here. It's alright. The music here was done by Pro Scores. It wasn't done by me. It's a bunch of audio files that you can buy that has a bunch of music on there that you can use in your videos without worrying about copyright.
Right.
And here's my shitty music that I made myself.
Not shitty.
The sound sounds a bit compressed because this was during the early days when I first got the program and I was experimenting with the sound.
I see.
Yeah. The sound quality is more of a problem than the sound itself. I really like this scene. I really like the way it's shot and the cuts.
Yeah, that's cool.
Earlier in the fight,
is that a green screen there?
yeah, I filmed the building spinning around on a thing next to in front of a green screen, and I took shots of Venom and Spider-Man on a green screen. I just put it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I really like the way the scene is cut too.
Yeah,
very dramatic.
I really liked how when they were fighting, like Venom puts his hand up, the officers in the underground are putting his hand up, and the police officer holding the gun puts his gun up, like shot.
Yeah.
That was unintended, but I was having trouble putting all these points together, so I'm just like, okay, I'll have some sort of common theme going around with these converging shots. So just the hand raising thing seems to be a good flow, a way to carry this action scene and transition to something else.
That's cool.
Stop! I'm not gonna choose. I can't.
You're not laughing now. You were making fun of this sort of scenario earlier, weren't you, Peter? Now you don't like it, do you?
Go now. Look, there's not that much time left. I said shut up.
Here come the mental games. And this is where I think they really succeed. They don't succeed in beating Spider-Man physically, but they do.
Yeah, they
break him down.
Yeah. So it's not just Spider-Man swinging around, dodging lightning bolts. It's a little bit more. I'm not saying that I'm like the best thing ever, but like in comparison to this one other thing, I think it might be just a tiny bit stronger.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I do think you could use more scenes with Spider-Man walking down the street, pointing at people randomly.
Yeah.
Besides that.
Yeah.
Osborn!
No, there is definitely a very strong emotional element with your Spider-Man.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I decided to put him out of focus, and the focus is on Gwen.
Yeah.
Not for any thematic reasons, but just making the shot look more convincing. Making it look like, there's actually a camera pointing at Gwen, not just everything in focus. Like a really old video game, like from the 90s. Because sometimes when you're playing video games nowadays, things will go out of focus if you focus on one thing in the foreground, the background get all blurry. Music in this part is kind of sad.
I was just gonna say the music works really well.
Yeah, I did it in FL Studios, Fruity Loops. Thank you, Mark, for introducing me to this program. Worked a lot. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you.
Hello? She needs help.
You're
Hello?
Spider-Man.
There's no.
I don't think anyone else is coming.
They're all dead.
Remember when I said not to let one bad thing
Affect my life.
Dude, it's really impressive when you can use like Lego characters and make your audience feel sad. Because I'm like,
This isn't a bad thing, okay? Everything's gonna be fine.
I'm getting those feels.
Really?
Yeah.
Find someone.
This was actually like the hardest thing I ever had to do in terms of voice acting because, let me see. I picked a day where some of my classes were canceled and I had to go back to school for a couple of hours. So I went home. No one else is home, right? So I'm just gonna try to cry into the microphone, right? And something happened to me. Like I did like 5 takes of crying or fake crying, acting crying, and I pushed myself so far I actually started tearing up just a tiny bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you do a really good job of it. It sounds very emotional.
Thank you.
I couldn't save George. And I couldn't save you. I couldn't save
And right here, they succeed in killing Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. I really love those last couple of sobs.
Yeah,
sounded
that really
pretty good.
sells it. Yeah,
Yeah.
the sniffles.
I don't like seeing myself cry, or at least hearing myself cry. I don't cry that often, okay? I don't even remember the last time I cried. I think it was like 3 weeks ago or something. Like I finished up and I just started crying.
worst case bad luck I've ever seen. What this is. Then again, it's not really luck, is it? I chose to do this. She wasn't struck by lightning.
Electro reference. Because I wrote this scene during the time when everyone thought Electro was going to kill Gwen in The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh.
So I'm just like, she wasn't struck by lightning. I dropped her, just like I did in the original comic book. Reference, snarf, snarf, snarf. You see in the background, it's actually a sky that I painted. I took Bristol board, large Bristol board, and I just painted it like a sky. I sometimes use that as the background. And on the other side, it's just like daytime sky that I use.
Huh.
So when you're working with a smaller scale, what's good to use is sort of a hard surface that could stand up on its own. Because if you use fabric, like a small wrinkle can translate to a really huge distortion in the keying when you're doing the green screen. It's not that big of a problem if you're like doing a huge shot, you know.
You ever like take the Bristol board and flip it around and go, no, 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 no. Sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
He basically said, yeah, that guy blasted your Uncle Ben's brains all over your living room. Neener, neener, neener. So that just sort of struck a chord with him. And if Peter had any sort of anger to get out, he got it out in that one punch.
Yeah.
And he pulled his punch, too. So we didn't even, like, not even full force.
Right.
So,
Which is impressive. That's a lot of self-control considering
yeah.
the situation.
Yeah, I can totally see someone taking the scene and making fun of it. Like, just, like, quoting, "Oh, the carpet in your living room." Whatever. I'm trying something here.
And people can turn anything into a sex joke.
Yeah.
See, whole life's been a sex joke.
He just referenced the beginning of Cataclysm Part 1, where his Uncle Ben talked about courage and fear and bravery and all that shit, because he has all of his memories. And I turned that on its side and tried to apply it to doing something like killing someone, or having the courage to kill someone and end the madness. But he can't do it.
And Spider-Man lives on.
What? You heard me, Osborn. I won't kill you.
Wimp.
What do you mean you won't kill me?
This was, once again, this is before Man of Steel came out. This is before anyone knew about that killing Zod thing, okay? It's unintentional. It just sort of...
Stab me in the heart. I know you want to. I don't want to kill you either. I'm not going to. I don't want to. Don't lie to me, Park. I know you're lying to me.
Oh, please. Do these pecs look like I'm lying to you? He does the Rock thing where he just moves his pecs without trying.
You are so delusional. Osborn, I'd rather fight you for 50 years than
50
kill you
years?
after 2.
50 years?
Keep up this pointless
That's how long they've been fighting.
cycle of
At least in our world.
Sure.
decades. Just so you can keep your little petty morals. So you can sleep at night. So you can look at yourself in the mirror and go, yeah, I made the right choice. At least when I look in the mirror, I know there is no monster staring back at me.
Ooh, wrecked. Wrecked your ass. Wrecked, decked, wrecked. You just said you were a monster, bitch.
I know I have to. But these people need to learn the difference between the two of us. Although we both dress up in costumes and cover our faces, our actions are extremely different. What we choose to do will stand out to them. It is true I don't have everyone on my side, but choosing not to do this could be the first step in changing my mind. Killing you won't bring Gwen back. Nothing can do that. So revenge is pretty much pointless.
See, there's a little bit more here, you see. It's like they're forcing a hero to become a darker version of himself, and he just will not comply, right? It's like a studio or writers trying to make a character darker than he actually needs to be.
Right.
And then, you know, Venom's just like smashing on his keyboard, like, no, no. So it could be like some sort of... Wait a minute, how the hell did this even happen? God damn it. How?
Seriously, is there anyone out there? Hello?
That was unintended. No, that was supposed to be funny, I guess.
My original plan for tonight has fallen apart before my very eyes.
Probably because it was rushed and not thought out.
That involves you.
Just like the script of the Bridges.
Oh.
Yeah.
A couple of hours before I
So then they go ahead and they replace Norman's body with the other guy, right?
Yeah. See, I never really liked how they kind of handled that in the original comic book, because Spider-Man essentially, when the what's the word for the person who looks at dead bodies? The
Mortician?
yeah,
No.
yeah, kind of
Forensic scientist?
something like that. We pause real quick. I have to go pee pee.
was hired by Roderick Kingsley to spy on me and possibly kill me.
There's the blood again. What? What? Is my fly undone?
No.
Okay.
It's a stab wound in his chest, very similar to the one I have right now.
Ain't that a bitch, huh? We both got the same stab wound. It's almost like someone wrote it to be that way.
Take my body home.
Ooh. See, in the original comic book, he covered for him without a second's hesitation.
Right.
And Peter's just like, nah, you know what? No. Fuck you.
Yeah. I
Fuck
won't
you.
kill you, but I won't save your reputation.
I don't have to save. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll kill you, but I won't save you. In fact, he just presses the sword into his wound. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, there you go. You like that? You killed my girlfriend. You killed her dad. I'm just gonna twist the fucking thing in there. I'm not killing you. You're already dying. I'm just gonna make this really fucking painful. Does anyone have any salt or lemon juice? Oh, yeah. You like that?
Yeah.
It's just strangely sexual. Ugh, Freud. Ah.
He's my heir. Oscorp will be his.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Harry wasn't tough enough to handle Oscorp. I think losing a father in such a way will toughen him up a little bit.
I don't know.
If I were to do this,
I don't know. Maybe.
I wouldn't do it for you.
You want me to go upstairs and
Do it for
test that
Oscorp.
out? No, I'm just kidding.
I do it.
Okay. How about we do this? I kill your dad, you kill my dad. Let's see what happens.
All right, let's do it.
Let's take Mark's swords. You know what? Let's get Mark in on this too. Oh wait. We need 4 people because
we
how
can
are
do like a rotation thing, like Mark will kill my dad, I'll kill your dad, you can kill Mark's dad.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay.
We'll use yeah.
Cool. Rock, paper, scissors,
Yeah.
sort of.
We'll use his sword, and we'll use all of his weapons that he has.
All right, yeah.
All right.
I want the flail.
Okay. You can go ahead. Flails are gay.
And then there were 2.
Two reasons why I'm not going to apologize for this. 1, I didn't kill him. And 2, you don't accept my apologies anyway. Because the 2 of you. Wait a minute.
You like that digital synth sound in here? It sounds really 80s.
I need to, yeah, that'll do it.
He just discovers what he has to do to defeat Venom.
Right.
See, when I recorded this, I actually choked myself out a bit.
Are you serious?
Yeah, yeah.
That's dedication.
I didn't like it very much, so I didn't really tighten my grip very much, but just enough to where,
Block off the air a little bit.
yeah, just enough where it sounds like I'm choking,
Oh,
but where I can actually get air out.
sure.
Yeah.
To the symbiote. You were all alone. And you finally found a home. And I abandoned you.
See, it's not about Eddie. It's about the symbiote. That's what's really angry here. Is it just embodies the pure, like, emotion of anything it's attached to.
Right.
So that's why Venom is here, and it's so angry at Peter. Can you imagine spending, like, thousands, maybe millions of years in an asteroid? You're cold and lonely, and you're just, and you're dying, and then you finally find this warm home, and he's just like, fuck you. It's like, what? Fuck you. And this is sort of what he did in the comic book to get the symbiote off of Brock. It wasn't as emotional, or he's just like, hey, if you want me, you can have me. It's not gonna work, Peter. What the heck's going on? The suit's moving, and everything. So,
Which, I mean, really has got to grind Eddie's gears. Like, really,
Yeah.
Peter just beats him on every front.
Yeah.
It's his job, his woman.
Yeah.
Not his woman.
well, not
you know.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The symbiote.
Yeah. I really wish I went more into Eddie Brock adventures as Venom, because they did in the comic books, and they did some interesting things with it, like the truck stop of Doom, I guess, where he sort of became an anti-hero.
Yeah.
And he saved that family from all these thugs and everything.
Sure.
I wish I did something like that to make him a bit more sympathetic.
Right.
But I didn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and Eddie Brock, he's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
So.
Fuck him.
Right.
Probably should have just let the police shoot him to death or something. Yeah, there was a bit of suspense there whether or not he actually switched the bodies or not. And he did.
There you go.
There's that music again. I really like this music.
Yeah, me too.
Just ignore the dates. I should have covered the dates like I did in Captain America. Because there's that scene where they're at someone's grave and they cover up the year. They have the birth date, but the death date is covered up by flowers. With Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, they do a similar sort of thing, but the graves are just so old that you can't read the date. Like, even if you just pause it and zoom in, it's all pixely and blurry.
Why is that? To keep it modern, or?
They just didn't know when to place the Harry Potter movies, because they find out, like, oh, wait a minute, the books take place in the 90s, and we've been showing everything taking place in the modern day.
Right.
Because in the first Harry Potter movie, when Harry's a baby, you know, everything's like the late or early 90s.
Right.
When he's supposed to be 11 in the early 90s instead of a baby. They kind of fucked up there. I blame J.K. Rowling for not explaining it better. Also, they were making the books while they were making the movies instead of waiting for the books to be done before they went and finished the movies.
Right.
I like how
wait to hop on that.
I like how Norman Osborn's tomb is black. Even his grave is evil looking. I just wanted to make it look like a black granite. It's nice and expensive and everything. So I like the lighting in these last two parts.
Is Peter
and music
licking his wounds?
No, that was Harry.
Oh.
I really hope people understand that was Harry. And he's just crying over the body.
Makes sense. Yeah.
I like.
So how did he get back? Did Peter bring him back to his house after all? And...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You just put him in a room. Dum dum dum. Shield's here. There's
Nick.
There's your piss, Nick. Thank you. I like the cinematography here.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
This is the web.
Sounds a bit Inception-y here. Yay! It's Cataclysm Part 2. There's me. There he is. There he is. This is Michelle.
Michelle. We all like Michelle.
Who died. No, in this show, not in real life. Is she here?
No. She's at her sister's right now.
Alright.
Yeah.
She's still alive, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, she didn't respond to the text I sent like 10 minutes ago, so...
Oh. Oh, no.
Maybe not.
She could have... Oh, my goodness. Yeah, there we go.
Righteous.
There's...
We're all excited for the next one. When's that going to come out?
I don't know.
I think next week, maybe?
Yeah, next week. Totally finish it up and by next week.
Good.
The whole thing was, as most of you probably already know, was supposed to be just one big movie. That was probably going to be around 2 hours at the very most. Yeah. So...
And it... What was it, like in total, maybe 3 hours between part 1 and 2?
I don't know. Yeah. Like the whole thing, like I'm just thinking about the running times, so it would probably be on 2 hours. Yeah, it'd be a little over, like an hour, 2 hours and 10 minutes probably.
Okay.
So that's your average action blockbuster movies, about 2 hours,
sure,
10 minutes. So.
Yep.
Some of these movies should not be 2.5 hours long. That's kind of ridiculous. A lot of the because there's only so much you can do with that span of time, and these people aren't really that creative, so it's kind of boring. That was kind of my problem with The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I know we talked about it a little bit on the podcast, but
yeah,
it's just goddamn. You had an opportunity to outdo yourselves, but nope, you didn't.
They never do. I don't think I've ever seen a sequel and was like, you know, this is better than the first movie.
It can sometimes happen, but it
Maybe
cannot
Mighty
be.
Ducks.
It doesn't even have to outshine the first one. It can,
If it just held up.
yeah, and if you expand on some ideas and some concepts that you set up in the first movie, and you open up this world, that's fine. It's not until like the third one things just completely fall the fuck apart, because like, oh, let's just end it now, guys. Why does it even have to be a trilogy? Why does everyone obsess with creating trilogies? It can just be 2 movies, or just 1 movie, depending. You know, just so one self-contained story. It doesn't have to be 3.
I don't understand it either. Or why doesn't anyone go past 3? Why is it always like 3? Okay, we got to stop now.
I don't know.
Why not a 4th or a 5th? I mean, The Land Before Time is truly the only series that really dared to go on to movie 11, and I want to see that, you know, with some higher budget films.
Well, Star Trek went up to like, it's on like 12 movies now.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Star Trek.
They're working on the 13th, I think.
Yeah. But that's not all like the same, you know, cast or time frame or anything like that.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. X-Men has a lot of movies.
That's true.
Let me see.
I mean, that's an example of something that probably should have stopped.
Maybe. I don't know. I kind of like that feeling of having something from that early time superhero movies. Yeah. Because all those other ones have been forgotten or ended.
It is
but
cool
still
that
having
they
that,
keep the same characters. Yeah.
And still having that link to like my childhood is nice. While all these other ones have been rebooted, and have only like semi nostalgic over them.
Right. Yeah, and that's part of why I'm resentful of Ben Affleck, because it's like I haven't even gotten over Christian Bale yet. You know, you're already like introducing a new guy. Yeah. I feel like the like a bastard child who's like single mom is like bringing home a new guy every week.
Oh my god!
I just play catch with Tom.
Oh my god! That metaphor is way too apt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god. Yeah. So, the how many movies? I think they have 7 movies. Like I made a joke and said they had more than 7 movies because there's so many of them. Let me count: X-Men 1, X2,
X3.
X-Men Origins Wolverine,
right.
The Wolverine, X-Men First Class, X-Men Days of Future Past. So that's 7 movies. Damn. I was correct. I made a hilarious joke by saying 7, then I said 17. there actually is 7 X-Men movies. So, yeah.
I think I stopped watching after the Wolverine Origins film. I haven't seen the rest of them yet.
Oh, I remember back in like 2009, and like one of my friends asked me, "Hey, you're gonna see X-Men Origins Wolverine?" I'm just like, that doesn't look too good. I don't think I'm gonna see it. Yeah. So they didn't even get me the first time. So when the Wolverine came out, I'm just like, no. Well, no, thank you. You guys can keep. I'll just stay at home and work on this.
It's bothersome too that the X-Men don't interact with the rest of the Marvel world. Like, I'd like to see, now that they're making these Avenger films, it'd be cool if like Wolverine snuck in there, but it feels like its own thing.
I don't know why they restrict it like this, the movie rights and all that bullshit. Just put your shit together. You guys will make so much more money if right. You guys, because all they care about is securing the rights to this property, so they'll make a movie every now and again,
right? Until
they make the good one. But that's never gonna happen. It's a giant scheme.
Right.
We'll eventually make the good one, but we have to secure the rights. They'll never make the good one.
Yeah.
They don't know how to make a good one. They just want to keep the rights. They just want to own the thing and make some money off of it every now and again.
And that's really the problem. The people in charge aren't, artists, and they're not comic book fans. Exactly. They're guys who want money, and that's it. They call the shots. That's
exactly it. Yeah. So that's the commentary for Cataclysm Part 2. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yep.
Yeah, you better fucking appreciate this, because no one's gonna remember you after this. I'm just kidding. Oh my god.
You're a used up whore.
No one's gonna remember.